Hey everyone, this is Vesper and I'm back with Killey. I literally just got out of bed and I figured we'd do a quick podcast on the Red Bull Kumite before you went to sleep, Killey. Because I know you're going on your trip soon, so better get this over with kind of thing. Man, it was a really, really good tournament. Like, the best tournament I've seen so far. I think it's just because of the invitation only kind of thing that does that. But it was nice that they allowed a qualifier as well to, let some randoms in there,
Yeah,
But
production values are insane as well, as usual.
yeah. But the crazy part was just the time zone difference, It's like
Yeah.
for me, the tournament didn't start until 6 a.m. in the morning, and I'm already up for the entire night already. So I had to stay up all night and then 6 a.m. and then watch it all the way till about 1 p.m. my time. So I was dead by then. There's no way I could have streamed tonight. It would have just been a skeleton in a chair. Pretty much, it was brutal, dude. So my sleep pattern is so messed up now. But you just you caught like half of it, right? Like you woke up and
I woke up and I think I came in around the combo contest they were doing around that time.
yeah.
So it was
The
like I think it
combo
was like
contest.
round two of losers.
Mhm. That's funny, man. But Killey did catch up on the matches that he missed, so he's good to go. But he didn't see it live like I did.
No.
He didn't see the pain that I had to go through. All right, so how do you want to do this? Let's just go. I
Bottom
guess
up.
like bottom up. Yeah, we'll just go bottom up. So we'll go one player at a time. We'll just give our quick thoughts, and yeah, and then you can get some sleep, Killey. So, anyways, let's start with Punko. So, what are your thoughts on Punko?
I don't think Cammy's a good fit for him. Just something seems off when he plays Cammy. He's very emotional when he plays.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, Punko's been
like,
very emotional lately.
like these stack of early losses for Punko is like really weighing on his mind right now. Can visually see it.
Well, you got a new game, right? Your expectations are super high, right? You gotta, put your foot in the ground, kind of thing. It's just, it seems like Street Fighter Five is the same game, but it's not, So
Mhm.
it's kind of weird. His transition kind of feels like he would be starting off at a high level because you're in such a similar game. But it seems like he's starting from scratch almost.
Yeah.
Punko, he uses Seth. He has a very like crazy playstyle, I'd say, right? Like emotional playstyle, organic, where he just he'll do really risky plays and risky style, and that's just really dangerous in Street Fighter Five, especially Cammy, right? And you and me have been talking about this for a while, but we really think that Armika would be Punko's playstyle. That'd be his character.
Yeah. Maybe there's a DLC character he'll gravitate towards. Maybe he'll just do better at that.
Yeah,
But,
maybe Ibuki,
who knows?
Juri,
But
when she comes
yeah.
out in the months ago, supposedly, anyways. Yeah, like Punko's playstyle compared to, let's say, like Kazunoko's playstyle is just they both kind of have like a similar playstyle. It just seems like Kazunoko's just better at decision making. It seems, but yeah, I don't think it would be too bad if Punko stuck out with Cammy, but I really do think he should consider a different character, and I think Armika would be the character I would suggest. I think would really suit his playstyle.
Mm.
Is like gamble playstyle.
Yeah, sort of. I don't know. It's tough. Just Cammy's just a better character overall.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. Yeah, like Punko wants to get in, and
Yeah.
Cammy helps that for sure, for sure.
But then afterwards, he has a problem opening up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He should at least experiment a little, for sure. He's got a long road ahead. Anything else with Punko?
Not really.
Okay, so moving on to Snake Eyes.
Oh man,
Snake Eyes. He looked really frustrated this tournament.
did he ever underperform?
Yeah, yeah. You could definitely tell, like, even after he lost, his speech out, like, was pretty salty. Like, it was kind of, almost like kind of passive aggressive. It was just like, grappling characters have problems in this game, which is true. Besides Armika, and it seems like he's gonna do a little soul searching himself, trying to find a character that he both enjoys and can perform well, right? consistently perform well. And like, there's no doubt that Snake Eyes is one of the best Zangief players in the world in both games, Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5. So he's got to find that balance between a character that he loves to play and a character that also performs very well and gives him that edge he needs. So he doesn't have to always play a match at a disadvantage. You know what I mean? So that could be frustrating as a competitor. And just in case you guys haven't watched the tournament, Snake Eyes, he picked Zangief on his first match, and then he lost, and then he went to Alex. And the thing is I don't agree with the Alex choice because he was so unfamiliar with the character. Like
it's insane how his Alex is so unrefined.
Yeah, there was so many there was so many missed opportunities for setups for 50-50s with Alex. Like, this is like the basic level setups of him, and it was just so obvious that he barely had any time to research Alex at all, and to do that, to just switch to Alex and then not use Zangief, which is his core character, it didn't make sense to me. Like, I understand bad matchups, right? Because he was playing against Chun-Li, right? So that's a really bad matchup for Zangief. Like, I don't think there's any 7-3s in Street Fighter 5, but 6-4, and his idea was like, okay, well, this is a really bad matchup for Zangief. I'm gonna pick Alex. But the thing is if you're gonna pick another character, a pocket character, and you're not playing that character at like even the above average level, the matchup's not gonna get any better. And I remember Snake Eyes having a pocket Ryu, so I'm surprised he didn't just pick Ryu, because I think he would have had a better chance on that, because like even with Ryu, everyone's familiar with the character. Everyone's got a pocket Ryu,
Mm-hmm.
And just with Alex, there's just so many things. Like if he was reading a jump, he would just go straight into EX knee smash instead of crouching hard puncher, things like that. Just so many missed optimized setups and stuff. And yeah, I personally just tweeted Snake Eyes because if he wants to play Alex, like I want to like update him with all the information. So because Snake Eyes' neutral game is so good, yeah, just him as a player, right? And
Yeah.
I really want him to learn Alex so that I can learn Alex, So I just want to update him on all the tech ahead. But I could definitely understand his frustration. He definitely underperformed. And yeah, like he loves grappling characters. But yeah, he's going to decide, what's more important for him as a competitor. But I don't think Alex is that bad of a character. So if he does stick with Alex, I think he'll still do fine. But otherwise, I wouldn't be surprised if Snake Eyes just like uses Ryu or something. Because he did say before that he does have a pocket Ryu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about, Snake Eyes?
He's got to do some soul searching right now. That or if he's gonna commit to a character, he's got to learn the ins and outs of that character. This pocket Alex looked like a weak one. Alex just, I don't know. That didn't seem like a good choice.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure he's regretting it. He said he was thinking of just sticking out with Zangief, especially when he lost the first set. But he just did not want to go into that matchup. He just didn't see it helping him any much. But I really do think he should have just went with Geef all the way, of course.
Yeah.
In hindsight, right? Yeah. So next up we got Valmaster. Uses Nikali. Valmaster, really good Chun-Li player from Street Fighter 4. He entered the huge gauntlet, the Rabat, to qualify for Red Bull. The 256 man. It was crazy. To go from that and then go right into the Kumite the next day was just, insane. So, props for him for doing that. In the Rambat, or not the Rambat, but the qualifying tournament, Valmaster was missing a lot of stuff. Like, he was not playing 100%, I noticed. Valmaster's Nikali is really good, but he was dropping a lot of things and, missing some confirms and stuff. So he wasn't 100% before he even entered the Kumite, and I feel like Valmaster could have performed. He seemed to just really frustrated and on tilt. And a lot of people are wondering why is he not using Chun-Li, and his explanation was that he doesn't like how Chun-Li plays in Street Fighter 5. So what do you think that's about?
Good question. No idea.
Because like as a Chun-Li player, like Street Fighter 5 Chun would be like your dream come true,
With her being top tier, yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's the one of those type that doesn't like using top tier.
It's possible, yes, but then like he's still using Nikali, which is a really good character. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just the playstyle doesn't jive with him.
Yeah, I think Valmaster was just not performing 100%, and I think he could have made it farther. But his Nikali was pretty strong, and yeah, it seems like every time we go, everyone we talked about, we're talking about, soul searching characters they should use. It's kind of funny, we're like, why wasn't Velmaster using Chun-Li? Why wasn't Snake Eyes using, this? Why isn't Punko using this? It's interesting. Everyone's trying to find their playstyle in Street Fighter 5. Anything else you want to talk about Velmaster?
Not really.
Okay, next up is Luffy.
The soul searching continues.
The soul searching continues, man. Evil champion, very Rose player, still repping the PS1 controller even in Street Fighter 5. And Luffy, I think, performed the poorest of all the players in the tournament. I feel. I don't think it's like Luffy's a problem. I definitely think it's his character choice.
Yeah.
From what I remember, Luffy picks Mika because he says he likes her boobs, straight up.
That's his character choice.
Yeah,
he only uses characters with large breasts.
There you go.
He's on record saying that.
Yeah.
That's why he picked Rose. If you look at his KOF team, it's Mai, Shiranui, freaking Vice, I think.
Yeah. So Luffy's not fucking around.
Yeah, Luffy always uses female characters.
Yeah.
But honestly, the character for Luffy that fits his playstyle is probably Nash.
Nash?
Nash
Okay.
or Chun-Li, one of those two.
Okay.
The closest to what Rose can do.
Okay, so sticking with the female characters, it'd probably be Chun-Li then, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
Luffy just plays too honest of a neutral with Mika. The thing is when you try to play an honest neutral game with Mika, you're already going in at a disadvantage. And if your opponent has a neutral game that's as strong as yours or better, you're going to lose. It's like trying to play chess with less pieces than your opponent or something. It's when you play Mika, you have to understand that you're going to have to take some risks to take advantage of how strong that character is when she finally gets you. You got to do some random EX Peaches sometimes. You got to do some random what's that stupid belly flop she does or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You gotta do some jumps. You gotta take some risks. You gotta make some reads. If you try to play a strong neutral and try to get a whiff punish or a knockdown, the chances are slim. Because that's what we're saying is Mika's problem. That's why she's a really wild card kind of character, because she has some very obvious weaknesses, but her strengths are so crazy on the other side too. And I just don't feel like Mika is Luffy's character at all. You can really see it when you watch him play, and I'm sure he was very frustrated this tournament too, because he went 0-2. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about with Luffy?
Nope.
Okay, moving on to Kiyoma. So Kiyoma, a very strong able player from Street Fighter 4, and uses Karen.
That's a odd choice. I would have thought he would have chose Laura, I guess.
I was thinking Laura as well. Laura would be a good transition for able players. But he said he liked Karen because of her standing medium kick was like the step kick from Able.
Oh, it kind of is.
Yeah, so it kind of is, right? So I guess that works too. And obviously Karen's a better character than Laura, right? So
way better.
So, there's that too. Kiyoma, he tries to play a strong neutral too, like Justin. I just feel like Justin's neutral is better.
Yeah.
You could definitely see that in the mirror match as well. Kiyoma's still a great player. I just feel like I don't know. Is Karen's his character? We're doing the soul searching with everybody, man. It's crazy, dude.
I don't know. I haven't seen much of Kiyoma in general. So.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say whether Karen is right for him or not.
Of course.
Just from comparing a character in SF5 to Able, Karen's not the one, but doesn't mean that's not a right choice for Kiyoma.
Of course, and if you play another character from another game, it doesn't mean you're forced to play.
Exactly.
It's not like you're stuck forever. If Valmaster, for example, was a Chun-Li player, an excellent Chun-Li player, it doesn't mean he can't be excellent with another character. It doesn't mean you're forced that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And honestly, I haven't seen Kiyoma play enough to really say anything on his gameplay. It just seemed like his playstyle was the same as Justin's, just a little weaker in the neutral game, I'd say.
Yeah.
So
he's got good execution of Karen. Though.
Yeah. From what I remember when he was playing Able in Street Fighter 4, Kiyoma was really good at reading between the grabs and whatnot. So there is a little something he misses out on with Karen, right? Considering no command grab kind of thing.
Yeah,
that extra layer you need when you get a read. Yeah.
Just right now, a little bit. He just got outplayed in neutral in the matches that he lost, but when he did win, for example against Punko, he dominated the neutral game. So. He's not a bad player by any means.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to Alioun.
I think Alioun might kind of underperformed in this.
Underperformed, okay.
I would have expected a little bit more from Alioune.
The thing is, when we see Alioune play, he's mostly known for execution and tech.
Yeah.
And when I think when people see so many of those your videos, your tech videos, your execution, the expectations are way higher because doing these crazy things is one thing on like a training dummy, but to perform them during a match and apply them is something entirely else. That's why like fundamentals are so important because like it doesn't matter how good your combos are if you can't land them on your opponent, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And I think Alioune he kind of suffers what every other Chun-Li player with like high execution suffers is they kind of ignore how strong Chun-Li's just normal like fundamentals are, and then they do a lot of instant air legs, for example, a lot of stuff like that, and which is not really real, especially when you use it constantly.
Oh, he got blown up by Bonchan, if I remember.
Yeah,
right.
because it's so obvious, right?
Like Bonchan was parrying it so consistently. Like,
yeah, it's just so used to it, right? It's just so used to it, and like we talked about before, like Chun-Li doesn't need it. It's just an extra tool. It's really good as a throw bait, but to use it as your forefront of your offense is it's got holes, right? It's definitely got holes.
Yeah.
You really want to abuse like Chun-Li's really powerful normals and speed, right? So, but yeah, he did feel like he underperformed. He did look like he was frustrated between matches. I would put him in the same boat as like Valmaster's performance, I'd say, in terms of like not performing 100% kind of style. Could have made it further, right? There's a lot of pressure. Like this tournament was huge. The stage was amazing. I can't imagine the amount of pressure you'd have sitting in that chair, dude. It'd be insane, Anything else you want to talk about, Alioune?
No, his execution is really on point during the tournament. I felt he was landing all like the max damage, SBK combos and stuff like that. Conversions were really strong. Just a couple missed opportunities. Didn't punish as hard as he could have in some scenarios. Use of TK legs, stuff like that. But otherwise, it was still a pretty strong Chun-Li.
Yeah. He was tied for 9th place.
Yeah.
So he performed well, right? It's just not the best he could have performed.
Yeah.
And that's usually how tournaments go. It's whoever performs 100% usually makes it the furthest anyways, if you think about it. So Alioune's potential is definitely very high. So, and I think Chun-Li suits him. So he doesn't have to do any soul searching, is what I'm saying.
Just kind of wish he'd go out to more international tournaments. You rarely see this guy play in general.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, he needs to show his face more, I guess, or everywhere. But, it's tough, right? When you're not super, your scene's not super Hollywood.
It's also, like, it's expensive.
Yeah, obviously, for sure.
Yep.
Okay, so moving on to Xian. Razor Xian, using Fang still. Are we gonna start with the soul searching right away?
I don't know. It's his type of character, though.
Yeah, exactly. This is a little different, right? Because Fang does suit his playstyle. It's just that Fang right now, as a character, just seems like just very weak at the moment. Honestly, his damage output just sucks. When he was playing against Kazunoko, for example, Kazunoko was just doing so many wake-up DPs, and he didn't give a shit because even if Fang got the punish, it wasn't that much damage anyways. And I seriously think that Fang has got the worst V-trigger in the game. It does nothing. And Shen was trying to take Fang to the next level, and he was still winning some matches, which is great. And Shen said that he's not going to drop Fang until he places further than Sonic Fox. Because that's what he said. And,
oh, no.
Yeah, so it's just like this grudge thing. And then, even after the tournament, after Shen finally lost, he said that they asked him, are you going to stick with Fang? And Shen said yes. So he's still going to stick with the character.
I like how every tournament they're like, you still sticking with Fang? You still sticking with
Fang?
It's
like,
garbage.
Yeah. But Fang is definitely his playstyle for sure. And it's funny because every time he beats someone, when the closing comments from his opponent was always like, oh, I didn't know the matchup at all. I don't understand what this character does, Shen's always got that going for him, the unfamiliar matchup. But it's only a matter of time before everyone knows how Fang plays. He has it even rougher than he already does. Yeah, there was some really close matches with Shen, some really cool matches. It's always nice to see Fang play. Of course, he's an entertaining character to watch. Um, but Shen's really got to push this character to the next level. Yeah, I definitely feel like Fang's is a really weak character. And
Fang is holding him back. Zen's
yeah,
such a talented player. Just
yes,
Fang feels like Fang is holding him back.
yeah, really it does. I guess you can use it as an OS until they buff him. You can just use it as an OS. But yeah, no, honestly, I think Shen performed very well.
Yeah.
As far as he possibly can go with this character, I really do. At this caliber of play, to just not go 0-2 in general with Fang is great. So I really like watching Shen play. It's one of my favorite players to watch, for sure. Anything else you want to talk about Shen?
Nope.
Okay, moving on to my personal favorite, MCZ Daigo. Yeah. What do you think about Daigo's performance?
I think he performed about where I kind of expected him. I just don't feel like he's just still in this learning process.
Okay.
Like, based on watching his matches at when he streams, some of his online matches and stuff like that, like he's a really good Ryu player, but it's just,
of course,
it's just like I don't know, it's just.
To be fair, he lost to like the second place finisher right at the start, so he had an extremely.
He had a really rough bracket.
Yeah, and then you play against Luffy, who I feel like performed the worst in the tournament, and then
losing the Gamer B.
Yeah, then he lost to Gamer B. Whew, I can't wait to talk about Gamer B. So Daigo, he's been playing a lot, so he has been practicing for sure. But I feel like Daigo, he hasn't attended tournaments. Like, this is the first one, right? International. Yeah. And he needs to get out there and see all the different play styles of players. And even though he did lose to Tokido, who he practiced against all the time, I think
Daigo... It was kind of close.
Yeah, and it was close. It was close. You can't deny that. I feel like Daigo is in that position where he was with Evil Ryu when he first played Evil Ryu.
Yeah,
Oh, he's not, this doesn't suit his play style. He should go back to vanilla Ryu. He's kind of in that stage right now where he wants to play Ryu. He likes that zoning style game, but he does get blown up by a lot of jump-ins lately, and it's just you can't zone as hard in Street Fighter V. I think Daigo's just trying to adjust to that, and he did adjust to it with Evil Ryu. He proved that he could.
Yeah.
And even though he was a lot of zoning with Evil Ryu as well, but he did adjust his playstyle and he made it work.
So he was the best Evil Ryu ever, man.
Yeah, he proved that he was able to overcome it, right? Yeah. So that means Daigo's got two choices right now. He can attempt to overcome this with Ryu in Street Fighter V, or he can switch over to Guile, because Daigo is a very strong Guile player, and since Daigo likes the zoning style more, I strongly feel that, like, if Daigo switched to Guile, and Guile is as strong as everyone expects him to be in this kind of game, I feel like he will take Daigo to the top. And I think, like, Guile would be Daigo's character in terms of soul searching.
I would really like to see him use Guile, to be honest. Just because he's just such a good Guile player in the past. Yes. I would really love to see him use Guile in SF5.
I think it's time. Yeah, I think it's time for Daigo to just finally drop Ryu and just become a Guile main, and then he can play his play style that he's always played with Guile, and then really take the character far. And yes, it's so early because we don't know how good Guile's gonna be, but it just seems like it's going. It just seems like it's gonna fit, Daigo perfectly, his play style.
I just think it would be just so entertaining to watch him play Guile.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think he's the type of character and player mindset just mesh so well between the two.
Yeah.
But that doesn't say like he can't stick with Ryu and be a really good Ryu player. Like,
of course.
Even potential to be the best Ryu player.
Of course.
I mean, this is Daigo we're talking about.
Of course.
You give Daigo time to learn, because it's still this is still really early in SF5's lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
Like only a few months in here. You give Daigo time, and yeah, he'll live up to like that beast reputation. It's just right now he's just kind of, I wouldn't say too slow out of the gates, but it's not as fast as we were expecting it to be.
Yeah. He has nothing left to prove, but then again, he still wants to prove, so he still wants to be a competitor. I personally want him to just, give it.
I personally want to see him
give it up to
Guile,
Tokido and just be like, hey, Tokido, You're gonna be the Ryu player, Street Fighter Five, and I'm gonna switch over to Guile. I want that to happen. The next time we'll see Daigo is I think CEO of
CEO
Florida.
is what he announced.
Yeah, that'll be the next time. So hopefully he makes that decision. And we see Guile. I just want to see it, man.
Well, I hope in his streams he's using Guile. That'd be cool if he.
Oh yeah, for
Just like
sure.
when he's streaming, he's just showing off some Guile stuff. But
Yeah,
that'd be. I'd really enjoy that, but I don't know. It's up to him.
yeah.
Whatever.
I think Tokido should just like totally sandbag on Daigo when he's playing Guile and just make Daigo feel like, oh, okay, this is my character. You know what I mean? Just like just do it just to make him switch. I really would do. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Daigo. Like I said, I wasn't surprised at all about how he performed just from how I've been watching him lately. But it's Daigo, right? He always has the potential to be the best.
You never count him out.
Of
Just
course.
because he performs mediocre at one tournament doesn't mean he won't be the best later on or whatever like that, right? He will perform up to his name. Just gotta give him some time.
Yeah,
He'll
for sure.
figure it out.
Yeah. Okay, next up is Jay Wong, Justin Wong. Justin performed very well. You know, he got top 8.
Yes. Yes.
He's been playing the same playstyle he's always played, and I really, really like how he plays Karen. I really do. And like I said, he played against Kiyoma, and it was crazy. He just
Oh, I
swept him
totally
apart.
outplayed him.
He just
Outplayed him in the neutral.
It's crazy. It just shows how strong J1's like neutral is, and yeah, it still looks like J1's just still got it. You know, like he's getting older, and he's still able to compete at these games at super high level, even over the young guys. And yeah, J1's still J1. You just can't count him out. You know.
But do you still feel like he's just playing Street Fighter and not SF5?
I feel like if he wants to take it to the next level, he's gonna have to get some of that Street Fighter Five. That he's got to get some of that Mago Karen, where Mago has all the right optimizations and stuff, Because like if you just J1's already got that insane foundation built. Now he just needs to add that next layer.
Like that foundation is part of Street Fighter 5, no doubt about it. Like the heavier focus on neutral, it just caters to Jaewong
And it'll get you further at the start of the game.
yeah.
It'll get you further at the beginning of the lifespan. But it's only a matter of time where J1 has to now, add tech onto it.
Yeah.
Um,
He's got some tech though.
I like I said, I like watching J1 play this kind of play style over like something like Rufus, for example. And he did, J1 is known for Rufus for doing insane like sweeps, like whiff punishing sweeps and really good down hard punches. And I just find that really entertaining to watch.
Like, he's got some tech with Karen, but it's just like it's not
yeah.
complete package right now. Like I love that meaty setup he's using.
Hmm.
He's like gets a juggle combo with the V trigger on, and then he purposely whiffs like the slide, and then he goes meaty V skill afterwards.
Okay.
And it's so meaty that it leaves him plus on block. And like for some weird reason, people don't know it's plus on block, so they get blown up afterwards. Counter hit.
It looks slow. Like it looks like it's minus.
Yeah, but there's a reason why he's doing it though, and that should have been like your first clue right away when he has a specific sequence of events.
Yeah, it looks strange. Yeah.
It should be like a clue right away.
Like a
And
tell.
if
Yeah.
yeah, it should be a tell. And like he pulled it off at NCR too, so you think people no, was it NCR? I think it was NCR.
Hmm.
No, or what was the last West Coast Warzone? I think yeah, it was West Coast Warzone when he was playing Filipino man. I mean, he was doing that setup over and over.
Hmm.
And Filipino man got blown out with counter hits every time. But, like, nobody's like watched the footage or something like that. Like it just kind of flew under the radar. And when he used it against Kiyoma or whatever, like Kiyoma got blown up for it.
Hmm.
But it's like he has some tech, but there's more. Like Karen is such a high ceiling character. It's like new stuff constantly gets discovered with this character. So.
Yeah, Karen's so good, man.
He's got the foundation for Karen. Like his footsie game is so good.
Hmm.
His shimmy game is on point. Like he's so good with the shimmy. He's so good at reading people too. I really like how he uses his V trigger in longer sets where he's gathering information and then makes that one read into like super right.
Hmm.
After seeing how you respond to the V trigger and stuff like that. Like he's just all the right choices. It's just right now he just needs to get to that next level. Like there's
Yeah.
that little bit of a barrier that he needs to break through right now.
Like J1 got really lucky because he loves Karen like as a character, and it just so happened that she complements his playstyle so well. Like it's the perfect character for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because like whenever I run into Justin, I always ask him, for when in the Street Fighter 4 days, I always ask him like, why don't you use Balrog, man? Like that character is so much better for you. And he says he doesn't play Balrog because the character is just boring. It's too boring. Like you remember when J1 performed an SBO with that Balrog? It was like the craziest. It was so good. It was like the best, man. And yeah, he just didn't want to play Balrog because the character is so boring to him. And like now he's got this character that complements his playstyle, and he loves the character too. So it's yeah, he's really lucky. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about J1?
Nope.
All right, man. Let's move on to Gamer B. Gamer B, one of my favorites and one of the most I was most impressed with so far. I haven't seen too many matches with Gamer B, and Gamer B's Killey is amazing. What made him stand out so much, I guess, was Gamer B's just layered offense was so good. It almost seemed like every time he was close, he did a different setup. He also used standing light punch anti-air with Killey, which was kind of unorthodox, and he was going for the setups instead. His decision making was so good. I feel like Killey really does complement his playstyle very well. I don't know if he just likes those standing hard kicks or what, man, but it was so entertaining to watch Gamer B play. I think he's really, really good. Like definitely high tiny level play. Like it was amazing. Yeah.
It's kind of funny though because when SF5 came out, he was using Nash for quite some time.
Yeah, it's true. And then eventually he switched over to Killey. I just really like watching Gamer B play Killey.
I think Killey's a better fit for him too because I was watching his Nash and it wasn't like as crazy as Infiltrations.
Yeah. It's I don't have much to talk about for Gamer B, but at the same time, it's not really a bad thing. It's just he just played so well and he did so good, and like Gamer B has got so much potential with this character, man.
Yep.
I was just so impressed,
It's just another player you can't count out.
Yeah.
It's a character. It's a person where you give him enough time, and he's gonna be a beast. And like Gamer B has proven multiple times, 2-time Evil place second place finisher, been in Evil top 8 multiple times. Like this player is really strong and
so consistent, and
just
he's
give
a
him
god of salty sweets, man. Yeah.
You give him enough time, man, and he's someone you gotta watch out for in the future for sure.
And now he knows where he stands, as a player in this game, so he definitely will see the potential. Yeah.
I like how out of the gates he's already like showing he's a strong player in SF5.
Yes.
And it wasn't just like a Dawn or whatever the characters that he chose in SF4. He is a strong player in general.
Yeah. Just to sum it up, Gamer B played outstanding. Yeah, just outstanding. You want to move on, man?
Yep.
Okay, let's move on to Momochi. Using Cat.
He's another person that was soul searching. Remember, chose Chun-Li at the beginning, and then mentioned just like
he's like, dude, I'm Ken. Momochi's Ken improved a lot from when I last saw him play Ken. Like when I last saw him, it didn't impress me at all. But now it seems like he's really added a lot to his game. Momochi, I feel like he's kind of in Daigo's spot right now, where like he's a good Ken player, just like Daigo's a really good Ryu player, but he still needs more work, I guess.
More time?
Yeah, more time. More time, I'd say. Like he's so technical, and I think he just needs to add a little bit more. Like more of that Street Fighter 5 formula, more shimmies, more of the crazy stuff, more risky V skills.
He's performing better and better at each time we see him at a tournament, right? Like he didn't perform great at Final Round, didn't perform great at NCR, if I remember right. Can't remember where he placed in those 2 tournaments. But now, even though this is an invitational, it's only 16 players. Like you see his level of play leveling up each time.
Yeah.
So it's good to see. So eventually, he'll get there too. He's another player. This is just so early in SF5's lifespan, right?
Of course.
We've obviously seen some players excel right out of the gates, and the others that are just slow, just kind of doing okay, but just a little bit more time. They have the foundation, but given enough time, they're gonna be at that level too.
Yeah. And he got tied for 5th place. So.
Yep.
with another really good Ken player. So, yeah, Momochi, we know he's a hard worker. So, yeah, man, I think Momochi will be performing better and better the more we see him.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, man. Let's move on to Big Bird. Big Bird was probably
He's the underdog.
He was the underdog, and I think he impressed me the most out of every player in the tournament. I'm pretty sure. He didn't perform 100% in the Kumite compared to when he entered the qualifier. Big Bird was known as a guy player from what I remember in Street Fighter 4, and damn, he's a young guy, right? Really young guy, and
well, this is like the Cinderella story, kind of.
Yeah, it literally is for him to enter a 256-man qualifier and win it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they're going to take pictures of you for your VS screen and get your bio and all that and get ready for this massive, like, television event. And to make it to tie for 5th place and play, like, people that you've, you know, looked up to is like, just crazy. I cannot imagine the pressure. And
well, look at his background, right?
Yeah.
Okay, young kid from Dubai.
Yeah.
So it's like already like this. The community in Dubai is very small, according to Big Bird.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like small community, level of play isn't as strong. He gets really strong with the help of his community as well as his own hard work. Goes out to France. Like, I mean, obviously in SF4, I mean, he went out to tournaments and stuff like that. But like for SF5, goes out for Red Bull, goes out to France, competes in this 256 man. But before that, he gets interviewed on Daigo's stream, plays Daigo in a set, beats Daigo 2-zip, or is it 2-1, something like that. Beats Daigo in a set, then goes on to this 256 man qualifier, wins that, and then goes on to get 5th place in the actual Kumite itself. Like just insane. Just this young, like 18-year-old kid out of nowhere from a small place, small community.
So does that mean like it doesn't matter where you live? Like anyone has a chance to like, you know, compete at that level?
It doesn't matter where you live, but there's obvious advantages when you have a hotbed of competition.
Mm-hmm. And you know the online is better now. Like it's you have more choices now for leveling up, I would say. Yeah, Big Bird and Gamer B were my favorites to win the tournament. Just how they played and just how they impressed me. And I feel like Big Bird, even though he played so well, I still feel like he wasn't at 100% level like he was during that qualifier. And I think Big Bird he was a huge threat and definitely an underdog. And he kind of reminds me of like Knuckle Do. You know, he's just got so much potential. So I can't wait to see more Big Bird in the future.
Very, very bright future.
Absolutely amazing Ken player. Insane reactions, just crazy confirms, even from mid screen. And damn, man, he's so good. You know, I've seen this guy play in such a short amount of time, and I already think he's one of the best Ken players. He's godlike, dude. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Ken players are spoiled right now with just so much good Ken play. Yeah, Ken. That character, man. That character. He's one of those other characters, you know, where he's you know, going all over the place, right, on its potential. You know, it's really interesting to see all the different Ken players. Anything else you want to talk about Big Bird, man?
Nope.
Okay, moving on. 4th place, Bonchan played Ryu. When I last saw Bonchan, I didn't think he was doing so well with Ryu. It just didn't seem like it was clicking. But now seeing Bonchan in this tournament, he performed so well. He leveled up so much from when I last saw him. You know?
Yeah.
What would you say, like, Bonchan's play style? You see anything different between him, Daigo, and Tokido?
His parries are good. They're on point.
His confirms with his dash in, crouching light kick, crouching light punch, uppercut. You were telling me before that's like kind of like that Sagat gene that he has in him.
Yeah, but his confirms in general are insane. Like
they
his
were insane.
Like his counter hit confirms too. He'd land counter hit low strong, and then confirm that into stand short tatsu.
Yeah.
Like if they were standing, right?
It's crazy, man. I feel like his anti-air game was better than Tokido's this tournament. Just yeah, Boncha just played really solid, man. Like he did really well.
Yeah.
I
Didn't
still
he go 2-1 against Infiltration?
um
Like he lost 2-1 or something like that. Like it was
uh,
a really close set, wasn't it?
yeah, I'm looking right now.
I can't remember off the top of my head here, but
I'm
I
trying to
remember
find it.
that being like a really good match. Maybe it was 3-1 or 3-2. What was that with score?
I'm looking for it right now.
But yeah, Bonchan versus
2-1
yeah.
in winners semifinals. Yes.
I mean, it was pretty close too. Like I remember Bonchan was doing well in that match,
Yeah.
and like
Bonchan is surrounded by so many good Ryu players, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
great training partner with Tokido. Like Tokido learns multiple characters, throws it up against Bonchan's Ryu, and they go over the matchup, so they both benefit from this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I'm happy with Bonchan's performance.
really strong player.
Yeah. Yeah, just not much to say about Bonchan. Just he just performed really well, and I think he's a little bit more ahead with his character than I'd say Momochi and Daigo. But yeah, we'll see if Bonchan finally switches over to Gentle Sagat when he finally comes out. But I don't mind Bonchan as a Ryu player. I think it suits his playstyle.
Well, he did start off with Ryu in SF4, I think. Yeah, I think he started off with Ryu.
When Daigo was teaching him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about Bonchan?
No.
That's my boy, man.
That's your boy.
That's my boy. Yeah, 4th place.
Really good.
Good shit. Okay, so 3rd place, Kazunoko with Cammy.
Man.
I didn't expect this at all. I really did not expect him to make it this far.
Kazunoko's a strong player.
Yeah,
overall.
of course he's a strong player, of course. But like his playstyle is so crazy. Like
double
honestly,
V skill.
his double V skill shit, and just he must have landed like 8 wake up uppercuts.
But that's
The thing is
Kazunoko
like
in nutshell.
how can you complain about it, right? Can you say Kazunoko's a scrub because the guy just all he does is wake up DP, but then he always lands it. He always lands it. So
The thing is
what do you
like
say to that?
Kazunoko like properly weighs his risk and reward, and he gets away with it. Like
Mhm.
because everyone knows Kazunoko plays so crazy. Like I'm gonna bait this DP, and then he starts waking up with jabs, and then they block it. They're like, oh, I didn't expect that.
Mhm. Mhm.
So the next time they're like, I'm gonna media this wake up jab. His wake up DP
Mhm.
get hit.
The thing is like, yeah, you can play that gambling playstyle, but it's always not in your favor. You know, if you guess wrong once, it's like 40%. So I don't understand how he can make it so far. Like his decision making is just that good.
He's always been really good with his decisions,
It's
though.
always
That's a
been-
Guilty Gear play right there.
Oh
man.
God, give me a break.
That's
Killey.
the Guilty Gear player right there.
Oh my God,
That's
thousands of
how
people
like.
rolling their eyes. Like let's like, what are the difference between him and Punko's playstyle at Cammy? Is there a difference, or
he's
is it,
got better
is it just-
neutral.
Okay.
He's got better footsies.
Okay, and his decision making obviously is better.
Yeah, and his decision making is way.
Obviously, yes. One thing with Kazunoko's playstyle, I still don't agree with him using both, using up all of his V trigger once he connects it, especially when they have like almost full health. I still think like as a Kami player, you should debate between using one charge and going for the mix up. But I guess Kazunoko just wants that consistent damage every time.
Yeah, it's very. It's
like
a nice
I like
contrast to
K-Brad's decision of only using one. I really do like.
K-Bad during PAX Arena, man. He always just off of the first confirm. He only uses half.
Yeah, and I think you should at least debate between using that, especially if they have a lot of health and you need that comeback, because the reward is so high. And then even though you only have 2 charges with Cammy, the V trigger timer is so long because it's just it goes at 50%. It just drains so slowly. You have so much time to decide if you're gonna use it or not. It makes Cammy so threatening. It's if you get to go through a fireball for free, basically. But I guess we can't really argue because Kazunoko got 3rd place, and I guess he likes the consistent damage, right?
Kazunoko on Twitter is hilarious though. He's like, I beat Momochi. This is not SF4. This is SF5. Beats Bonchan. He's like, I beat Bonchan. This is not SF4. This is SF5. He's just popping off on Twitter. So
what a goof, man!
he's so funny.
What a goof. Kazunoko was 50-50 away from getting last place with those wake-up DPs. 50-50 away. Yeah, man. I guess you also can't say that he just, did wake-up DP his way to the third place, because where did the rest of the damage come from?
Yeah.
You know?
Like I said, his neutral game
Where did the rest of the damage come from?
Is still solid.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Kazunoko performed very well. Cammy, like, I don't think the character has a really high ceiling, to be honest. Like, she's just such a simple character, but Kazunoko is such a good player himself that I think he'll carry Cammy very far. Anything you want to talk about with Kazu?
Nope.
All right, man. Moving on to second place. Forever second place.
Again.
Forever second place.
Tokido.
Using Ryu.
Free agent Tokido.
Yeah, free agent Tokido. Tokido always performing amazing. And I guess whenever, like, talking about Tokido, all I can think about is the infiltration match. Like, that's all I can think about. Tokido had more than enough time to prepare for this Nash matchup. He had done all of his homework, and to see him apply it to infiltration, he still couldn't close it out, but he's come closer than he's ever come to defeating infiltration.
Got the reset.
And then he got the reset, and it, like I said, he came the closest. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it has anything to do with, like, a matchup reason?
One part matchup, and then one part the players. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's always going to be.
But it seems like every time we see Ryu, it seems like the potential, we see crazier and crazier stuff every time we see Ryu, you know?
Yeah, it's like, every time the Japanese come with Ryu, it's like they're showing off why this character is as strong as they rate him as. Mm-hmm. They call him the best character in the game and stuff like that.
Did you see that latest, like, Nemo article where he's? Did he
make a new one?
He was making an explanation of why he feels Ryu is, like, the best character in the game, because he says because of his life fireball is so good. I don't know if he's trolling or what.
Oh.
Yeah, the frames on his life fireball. I don't know. But anyways, back to Tokido. The grand final match was really insane. Tokido was missing a lot of punishes and a lot of anti-airs, and he was playing at such a high level that it was, like, organic. It was crazy. It was, like, just feeling himself, basically. It was so nutty.
He rushed him down.
Insane rush down.
I think he applied what Daigo was talking about, though.
Mm-hmm. He threw less fireballs.
Pushed him towards the corner, mitigated his use of V reversal and V trigger.
Yeah.
Like, he contained the aspects of Nash that made him strong. So, like, we always thought, like, Nash versus Ryu was heavily in Nash's favor, but they're slowly closing that matchup gap.
Yeah. And he made some critical mistakes, but he was still 100% confident in his play that whole tournament. He seemed confident all the way through.
Yeah.
And he tried to do the OS EX Fireball after the Nash V reversal, and he accidentally did EXDP.
EXDP, that costed him.
Yeah, that costed him pretty bad. There was another. He wasn't punishing sweeps
as much. Yeah.
Yeah, as much, like minus 12 sweeps, and I think he was just so invested on what am I gonna do to stop Nash in the corner? Because when you get Nash in the corner, it's decision making time, right? Because he can use his V trigger or his V reversal, and you really have to anticipate on what you're gonna do. And I think he was so heavily invested that when, like, Infiltration was trying to sweep him while he was in the corner, it just didn't mean anything to Tokido. You know, he's still thinking about that plan, and I have that problem myself when I'm playing grappling characters. I'm so invested on the setup that I don't even think of, like, wake up DP as an option, you know. But I'm happy that Tokido played very confident, and I'm happy you can see a huge improvement. It would have been nice to see him win the tournament, of course, but I think he did great. And
he's getting closer.
Tokido is, like, the best Ryu player in the world.
Like, right now, I feel like he is capable of beating Infiltration in the long run.
And he knows it, and I'm pretty sure Infiltration knows it too.
Yeah, but that's good for both of them, though.
Yeah, that's good for both of them. It's a good rivalry, and it's nice to like, even though Infiltration is so dominant, it's still nice to see. Give him a run for his money now, you know.
Well, that's the thing. It's Infiltration. I guess we should just transition to number one.
First place Infiltration.
It's Infiltration. With Nash, he's been on the top for so long right now that it's almost like he's becoming complacent.
Public number one. Yeah.
And it's like, for him, it's like harder for him to go above his skill level right now because no one's challenging him.
Yeah.
And so for Tokido and Bonchan and all those other players to challenge him even further,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes an eye opener for him, and it allows him to level up
Yeah.
as well. And so everyone just gets to level up as a result. But right now, it's just like Infiltration's at this point where after NCR, it's just like, okay, I know I can get better, but it's like I've hit the ceiling, and it's like I need someone to challenge me in order to get better. And
Mm-hmm.
we weren't seeing that until today.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really good to see. And that was a really entertaining set, regardless. That grand finals was really entertaining.
Yeah, like Infiltration, I was saying, if he wins this tournament, we're going to have to see another Infiltration legacy for the rest of the year now. To win
If he
these
wins
three
Evo, if he wins Evo and Capcom Cup,
dude,
or one or the other.
I don't even think we need to add any more turns to the list, man. I think the legacy has begun. Like,
Yeah.
it officially has begun now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's already
Infiltration.
begun.
Yeah, but after this Kumite, it's just like he is. Oh man, he's accomplished, so much in such a little amount of time. It's insane, man. And Tokido made him finally, unleash his Bankai, his final boss form. And the first match that Infiltration and Tokido played was like a match as you would expect at that high level. But the grand finals, during like the reset and all that, it was crazy how both players were playing. It was like watching like a Silver League match. They were jumping around. It was so next level. You know what I mean? It was insane. They were both playing like so crazy. You know what I mean? It was like the ground was on fire or something. It was so interesting to see a level of play that's so high level. Where both players are just trying to play so out of the box that just nothing makes sense anymore. There were so many missed punishes and unoptimized shit, and it was like a non-stop scramble, dude. It was so crazy watching that grand final match. It was so funny. Like, I was just like, why this, why that?
It wasn't textbook, basically.
Yeah, it was so not textbook, dude. It was the craziest scramble at the end. Really funny. It's just because like they both know each other so well that you're changing gears so much that it just explodes. It's so funny to watch a match at that level. Yeah, man, Infiltration, just the god of Street Fighter 5, man. Yeah, and still humble and man.
I was pretty happy to see him win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone wanted to see him lose. Just you want to.
Oh,
see
everyone
Tokido
wanted to see him lose. I want to see him win.
Yeah. Yeah, but both players performed really well and deserved their spots for sure. And can't wait to see them play against each other again in the future and collect more notes to see what happens, right? Damn, man. That was definitely my favorite tournament so far in Street Fighter 5. I really like that invitational, and you get right to the crazy matches right away.
Yeah.
And give players time to research each other. Basically esports styles, man. I really like that, but I also do like them giving a chance for two randoms to get in the tournament as well to create that Cinderella story. Give that opportunity, and that's why you get to see players like Big Bird, right?
Yep.
So that was awesome too. So overall, the presentation, everything about the tournament was amazing.
You think Big Bird is the VIP of that tournament?
I would say so. Once again, like for me, my two favorite players to win, and what I was most impressed by was Big Bird and Gamer B. Any characters that really stood out for you? Like, what do you like? You wanted Infiltration to win, but anyone else really?
No.
That you didn't expect,
The Alex pick from Snake Eyes was surprising, but that's about it. But
yeah.
His Alex wasn't particularly impressive. He looked very basic right now.
Yeah.
I hope he refines that character if he wants to use him.
Yeah. Now we know how international viewers feel when there's like a North American tournament, right, with the time zone differences, man.
The crazy time difference.
Yeah, now I experience the struggle myself. It's insane, dude. I gotta get my sleep pattern like all fixed up now. But I think it was well worth it watching it all live. It was awesome tournament, man. So good. If you guys haven't watched the tournament, make sure you guys check out the The Red Bull Kumite YouTube channel because they uploaded all the matches already. It's like in 480p though. It's like really a bad quality right now, but I think their Twitch archive is free.
Yeah.
So you guys definitely should check that out. Like a lot of good matches.
There was a lot of like different streams for the Red Bull Kumite because the main stream that was commentated by like Logan and F Word and whoever, like Zach Bennett and some other guest commentators. You had a stream like dedicated for the Japanese viewers. You had a stream dedicated with Gutex, Ultra Chen doing commentary. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. Like the international tournaments are the most entertaining to watch for sure, and even the anime soundtracks, man, between the matches, it was like pumped up music, and then as it got closer to like top 8, it was like sad music. It was like we could get to like Ghost in the Shell and shit. It was just like
the Walk of Shame.
The Walk of Shame. Oh man, it's so entertaining, and like I really like that they used like the anime music because it was like a pop quiz in the stream chat.
Yeah, because everyone's like, which song?
It keeps people so occupied on what's going on. It was really good, man.
Even the commentators are like, which song is this?
Which song is
Extreme, help us.
Yeah, it's just, oh man, it was just such a good tournament, dude. Really entertaining, for sure.
I kind of wish they didn't randomize it as much with the songs, because last year they had each player got to pick their own theme as they came in onto the stage.
Oh, okay. That
didn't look like that happened this year. But,
maybe it's a licensing issue or something.
I don't know. It was kind of interesting how they.
Yeah. And and then the quick interviews when someone gets eliminated and before an upcoming matches were really entertaining. We had to get like translations and stuff, and it's just like English, French, Japanese, Korean, just so much interpreting going on. It was just
it was crazy. Also, like the players up on the higher level watching the matches from below, and then they would like interview all those players before.
Yeah.
Like who do you think is going to win grand finals? And they're like going up to each player and they're just giving their thoughts on it. It's pretty cool. Even the trophy is encased in a box where each of the players have a key and they have to when they get eliminated they unlock one part.
It's just so overly dramatic. And by the way, Punko opened up the box in the most dramatic way possible. He just like he took it and he opened it up really quickly and then like he turned around in shame and walked off the stage. Like it was so dramatic. It was like Korean drama styles, dude. Punko opened it up the best out of everyone. And then of course there was Daigo who's just like they had no idea what was going on. He's just like looking around, looking at the guy. He's like, "What are you gonna open this for me?" Daigo.
Daigo's always clueless.
He's always clueless on like what's going on, man.
I still remember.
God, dude.
Oh god, I still remember the Guilty Gear Toshin Gekitotsu Invitational. And then everyone's got their arms crossed, right? Yeah. Like they're all posing. And then Daigo looks to the left, looks to the right, and then he's like, "Oh crap!" And then he crosses his arms.
This guy,
it's like, "Oh my god, you goof!"
I know. There was one match too in the Kumite where Daigo, before his match started, he was like looking around, looking on the table, looking under the table, and I'm like, "What is he?" Is he looking for a cloth to wipe his stick? Like what's going on?
I think he was looking for a place to plug his stick in.
Oh, okay.
He realized really they had a designated person.
They had it. They had like what's that dude that like runs up in the tennis court and grabs the ball.
Oh, no.
Like, grabs the ball really quick from the tennis court. It was like that, man. And then the guy had like both his hands up, like it was like some kind of like drag race or something. It was just really
the actual official person to handle plugging in the sticks, setting up the controllers, all that stuff. It was insane.
It was good, man. It was really funny. I really want to see Street Fighter and the FGC just really climb because I want more of those events, man. It's just so entertaining, man. Yeah, I think people are just missing out, man, on how awesome this is,
It lends itself so well to that kind of format. Also to like MMA style format too.
Yeah. Especially when you know the players and you know the history, it just makes it that much more entertaining.
Yeah. There's a lot of like marketing potential for it.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah. So man, before we close it out, you want to tell me a little bit of what tournament you're going to? Maybe people can find you on the stream.
Yeah, next week is Northwest Majors.
So you're going all the way down to Seattle?
Yeah, I went last year. Just because Ogawa was there.
And you're not going by plane, hey? You're driving down there?
Yeah, we're doing a large like carpool.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So people can find you probably on the stream for Revelator?
Yes.
Yeah, and you'll be playing Johnny.
Johnny.
So look for Killey playing Johnny, guys. Make sure you guys cheer for Killey. It's good, man.
The less than a month old Johnny.
Hey, man, I think you're gonna do really well, man. Your Johnny's good. I think you're gonna do
Uh,
really well. You did your homework, right? So
sort of.
yeah.
As much as I could within a short.
And now you got that OS, man. You know, after you beat someone, be like 1 month. You know,
Oh
Johnny,
God.
1 month, Johnny, right? Like, you gotta do that OS, man. That's good. That's good. Put yourself in a good position. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Looking forward to the next major, especially
Oh,
CEO.
it's getting more and more entertaining because players are learning more and we're getting crazier matches and crazier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People are getting more comfortable with the game, but obviously some players are excelling where others aren't. So
Mm-hmm.
by the time we hit Evo and Capcom Cup, we should get some really crazy matches going. Evo is going to be a really good kind of halfway point.
Taco party incoming.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man.
It's gonna be like the nice halfway point to see where people are
Yeah.
with SF5, and then by the time we hit Capcom Cup, and Capcom Cup is gonna be more interesting because we'll have almost all the DLC characters at that point.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Yeah, I can't wait till Gal comes out, dude. Probably any day now. I'm guessing Tuesday.
So Guile comes out this month, and then who's the next? When's the next character? June?
It's a month. It's a character per month until June, which is the story. So we'll get a character every month, but in June we won't get a character.
Okay, so
So
more
next month
next
is
month in June, and then I don't know if we'll have our July character in time for Evo. So
even if
probably
we
not.
do, like, will
We
it
probably
even be
wouldn't allow
allowed?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so we have one more character before Evo.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little
So if we were going by the left to right, we get Balrog next month.
that sucks. I don't
Yeah.
want-
And,
I would rather see Jury, to be honest.
yeah.
Jury or Ibuki, because I know like they're probably saving Yuri until the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. And then, because we got like a third strike character so early first, right? Alex, so it just
Yeah.
makes sense to have Urian last.
Oh, damn, Balrog before Evo, that sucks. That was the case.
The more I think about it, the more I can't wait for Ibuki. Like, I really want to see what they do with this
Really,
character.
just Ibuki. I'm more excited for Yuri.
Sherry?
Yeah.
Did she lose like, going to the lore, did she lose the eye? Like, she can't use the
I don't know.
Fen Shui engine or whatever the hell it's called?
I
Because
don't
she
know.
doesn't have the eye anymore because she's got the eye patch, right?
I need the story mode to tell me.
I don't think
I know she's
Capcom
got
knows the
eye
lore
patch.
anyways, but I'm just wondering. I don't think she can do that shit anymore because she lost the eye. So I'm sure someone in the comments is going to correct me on this, but yeah, what's up with that? I just want to see how they design this character. I really like Jerry's stance, like that Taekwondo style is really cool to me. Yeah, just give her the baggy pants, man. She looks weird with the chicken legs. I don't know.
Yeah, Jerry needs the geese pants.
She does, man. It makes her look so much cooler. Yeah. I don't know about the hair either, but yeah, Jerry. There's a lot of people that really want to play Jerry when she comes out.
I want to use Jerry too.
Yeah.
Jerry, Ibuki, and Yuri and Guile. Those are the four that interest me the most right now.
Right now, for me, it's Guile, Ibuki, and Urian. Yeah. Like, that's like 2 charge characters right there. So we'll see. Okay, man. You want to close up shop? Get
Yep.
some sleep?
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for helping me with this podcast, man. And yeah, Red Bull tournament was amazing. And yeah, I got to catch up on the other tournaments that were happening. There was like PAX and
PAX
Texas
Arena.
Showdown. There was so much going on this weekend, so I need to watch the archives on that too, man.
Oh, man, Texas Showdown Guilty Gear Top 8 was really entertaining.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, thanks for taking the time to listen to this, guys / watch, and let me know what you guys feel like were your favorite players this tournament, who impressed you the most, who you think underperformed, what do you think about Infiltration winning, and yeah, just their character choices and the soul searching, pretty much everything we talked about. Yeah, let us know in the comments, and yeah, we'll see you guys next podcast. Peace.